Well, we turn to North Houston now, where a warehouse went up in flames this morning. This was breaking news during our early newscast. You're looking at what used to be Martin's Hardware and Lumber. Now, you can see just how huge this fire is, and that dark smoke could be seen from miles away. Now, the fire has since been put out. This business, by the way, in case you don't know, is located on Jensen, and that's where we find ABC 13 reporter Charlie Edsity. So, Charlie, we're looking now at the aftermath.
Yeah, Melanie, and this is probably one of the worst places for a fire to break out. As you said, a lumber business as well as a roofing supply company. So you can see HFD still out here hours after this fire first sparked earlier this morning, and we're getting a much better look at the damage out here. So what's happening is firefighters are still monitoring some hot spots that are still kicking up and burning here in this business. And actually, a short time ago, we did see some black smoke starting to billow up into the air again. So obviously, Houston Fire staying out here on scene just to make sure everything is completely out before they move on from here. But I actually spoke a few minutes ago with some of the employees of this business, Martin's Lumber and Roofing Supply, and they shared this photo with me. Take a look at your screen. So this should give you a good idea of what the business looked like before. This picture was taken on the street-facing side of the building where we are at right now, which, as we just showed you, is now in complete ruin. And you can see some of the employees in the picture. I'm told in total there are about 20 employees that are affected by this fire. Martin's Lumber and Roofing Supply is a family-owned business. It's been here in the North Houston neighborhood on Jensen and Melbourne for about 80 years. And this family, the current owners, they've been in charge for about 8 years. So this morning around 5:30, some members of the family, they started getting phone calls from people in the neighborhood. That's how they found out. And actually, it was a woman next door at the taco shop who was the first one to alert them that something was going on. And so ABC 13 Sky Eye was the first ones to get on the scene, capturing all of the flames, the billowing smoke. We showed that to you all morning long. Right now, the cause is still under investigation. Thankfully, nobody was inside the business at the time of this blaze, but employees say that the area of the business that burned was the main office and also an area that had a lot of paint and paint thinner, so chemicals that are very highly combustible. And at one point, our crew out here on scene had to be pushed further down the street because there were some popping noises that were starting to come from this blaze.
There were reports of pops, if you will. HFD firefighters did remove those tanks off scene to protect the scene.
Tanks of what?
Propane. They were removed. They were small tanks. I believe it was for the forklifts. The warehouse is housing just a large amount of lumber.
All right, so the area where this blaze also happened, by the way, is in the middle of a neighborhood. So there are some homes that were literally just a few feet away from this as it was burning. But thankfully, it doesn't sound like any houses or businesses on the perimeter of this fire were damaged. So that's some good news. And I know many people were wondering about the air quality because they woke up smelling that smoke, seeing the smoke. And so according to HFD, they've been monitoring that very closely. But so far, nothing has been deemed too dangerous for the surrounding areas. So also some good news there. But man, you just really got to feel for the employees, the business owners here. This is incredibly devastating, Melanie, and surely will take them quite some time before they can fully open back up again. But for now, I'm going to toss it back to you inside the studio.
You are absolutely right there, Charlie, but we're just so glad no one was hurt in all of that. Thank you very much.